Okay, everybody, so we're in Maya 2020 and we're going to be making revolving doors or rotating doors. Kind of a building facade, something like a, I don't know, shopping mall or something like that. And that said, let's get started. So we're going to start with the first segment of the rotating door. For that, we'll take a polygon cube. We'll hit R, we'll scale it out. We'll push it down to something like this, and then we'll extend it. That looks about right. We're going to go in here, we're going to get a face, and we're going to select this guy and shift select this guy, and we're going to extrude. We're going to tweak the offset, and these doors are typically glass, so we're going to keep the frame section kind of thin, if you will. And I think maybe a bit more, that would be about right, yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit delete. So we need to close that up, that frame, right? So we're going to go to edge, and we're going to go to 1, and then hold down shift and 2. We're going to go to edit mesh and bridge. Then we're going to go over here, 1 and 2, G to repeat last command, 1 and 2, G to repeat last command, and 1 and 2, and G to repeat last command. Now we need to merge those vertices, so we're going to go to vertex, right click vertex, drag select all of them, and go to edit mesh and merge. There you go. Not quite there yet. We're going to go to the top, and what I want is for the inner frame to go in somewhat. So we need to drag select actually these inner vertices and make sure they're selected from both sides. So what I mean by that is we got these and these, yeah? Then we're going to hit R, and we're going to kind of push that down like so, right? And just add a little detail to make it look a little bit better. And actually, I'm just thinking, I don't know if we need to do that because of the fact that it's going to be a big thing and we're not going to see the detail. So we're going to leave that alone, right? Okay, so what we need to do next is we need to create the handlebar, the thing that you push on, right? So for that, we'll take a polygon, what's that thing called again? Yeah, torus. We're going to E to rotate, hold on J, flip it up like so. Yeah, that looks fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump to this view, not that view, this view, and we're going to right click and go to face. Let me just hit 4 so I can see what's going on. There you go. Let's delete that and that. There you go. Then what we'll do is we'll delete this and delete that as well. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, we're going to right click, go to edge, double click, control E to extrude, R to scale out, G to repeat, W to push down, G to repeat, R to scale out again, one more time, G to repeat, W to push down, like that, right? Okay, not too bad. We're going to right click, go to object mode. Come on, object mode. Yeah, hit 3. See how that looks. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. So we're going to want to go back. What we're going to do is we're going to scale this way down. We're going to W, and we're going to push that in here. And let's look at the overall position. That should be fine. Yeah. We're going to go in here, we're going to hit W, we're going to raise that up, and because we push that surface down, it's going to be at a slope, which is fine. We'll hit F to frame. Let's go in here and scale the whole thing down. So hit R again, scale that down. We're going to push that in. We're going to raise that up, like so. There you go. And then we're going to go in and go into edge, and we're going to double click, control E to extrude, W to push down until we have contact with both sides. And then we're going to go in here to this view, F to view, to F, not to view, F to frame, yeah. And we're going to hit E, and we're going to rotate that, yeah. So we're going to kind of mimic that angle here, and we're going to raise that up. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. So now that we have that, we're going to go in here and we will smooth this in a second, but this is looking fine. What we're going to do is we're going to Control D to duplicate, W to move it, and we're going to hold down X Let's jump to the top here, and what we're going to do is we're going to push that in here. We're going to rotate it, E, and hold down J and flip it around. And you can see that the pivot point isn't centered, but it's fine. We'll fix that in a sec. We're going to bring that in, and that looks to be right. So we've got those two. We're going to select them both. We're going to go to Mesh and Combine, and then we're going to right click and go to Edge. And let me get in here. So I'll go to Edge, yeah. We're going to take this outer edge here, and then go in here. Hold on Shift, do the same. Go to Edit Mesh and Bridge, and let's put a linear path in here. Subdivision level, I would go with, let's say 30. Okay, we're gonna hit Bridge, and there you go. And we have a proper railing. Now that we have one of these, we can take this guy. We're gonna hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J once again, flip it around like so, and hit W and push it down. Let's have a look from the other end. F to frame, flip it around. Let's bring that right there. There you go. Excuse me. So now we have this. We're going to drag select the whole thing, and we're going to go to not Mesh and Combine. What we're going to do is we're going to select these. We're going to go to Mesh and Combine, and then we're going to go to Mesh and Smooth. And then we'll take the whole door here, and we're going to hit Control G to group it. Okay. So now that we have that as a group, we're going to hit E to rotate, hold on J, flip it upright, hit W, move it up. And I think I'm working upside down right now. No, I'm not. No, I'm fine. Yeah. Okay, so we have that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to need to duplicate this guy a couple of times. So for that, we'll jump to the top, and we'll move this out to, I would say, about there. That should be fine. Yeah. We're going to move the pivot point. So we're going to hit the Insert key. Yeah. We're going to hold on X, and we're going to snap it right there. Insert key again. Control D to duplicate. E to rotate. Hold down J and flip it right there, and then hit Shift D and Shift D. So these are the 4 initial doors, right? And then we need a section in the middle to kind of connect those. You can use a cylinder if you want. I think that's what we're going to go with. So let me try that. We'll take a cylinder right here, and let's see how many segments we want on that. Control A, let's open that up. Let's try 12 would be pretty decent, I think. Let me look at the top. You can see it better that way. Let's see, let's try 8. Okay, so let's see, 2, so that's 3. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll make it just round. That's fine. That's better. Yeah. Okay, so that's all right. We'll make it slightly bigger. And what I kind of want to do here is make sure that it's actually very round. So put it 30. So caps to 0. So we can go in here and go into face, delete and delete. And then we'll go in here in our perspective view, and let's make that a bit taller. Pull that up like so, and then let's have a look. We want from this point of view to go to vertex, and we're gonna raise that up to about there, I would say, and the top here will do the same. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to add semi-curved panels, right? So yeah, the way we're going to do that is we're going to take another cylinder, okay, and we're going to make it nice and big. So hit R to scale. Let's have a look at the top, and we want this to be round, obviously, so we're going to open that up. We're going to set that to 30. We're gonna remove the caps. We're gonna right click to the face, delete that one, delete that one. So now we got this guy, and we're gonna scale it back in so it's pretty close to where it needs to be. Yeah. Let's have a look at the overall height. Let's do that here. We'll move that up. Hit 4 for wireframe mode so we can see what's going on. And we want this to be touching the bottom right there. So as a result, we need to take this guy and go to vertex mode and make sure that that's connected like so. That's fine. And then we'll do something similar up here. We'll take this guy, go to vertex mode. We're gonna push that down to, let's say about there. Take this guy in object mode. Yep. Go to vertex and raise that up like this. That's fine. And now we need to create that opening. Okay. Now we need to have that in 2 ends, of course. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. We're going to go to face 1 and 2, and we'll do 1 and 2, and then we're going to increase the selection by holding down Shift and hitting the period key or the point key. So you want to have some space to get in there. Let's see if this is enough. Yeah, maybe one more. So we'll hit one more. And there you go. So that's looking pretty neat. Yeah, cool, cool. Okay, that's looking good. What we're going to do is we're going to take this and this. Okay, that's looking good. We're going to take this, we're going to extrude it. Let's do 0.2, should be fine. Yeah. Well, let's make sure it's not hitting anything. No, it's fine. Yeah, that's okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole setup here in object mode, take all of it. We'll group that. We'll hit W. We'll move it over. Come on. Duplicate, move it over. Something like that. Just to make it look better, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these and slightly rotate it so it doesn't look like, come on, slightly rotate it like that. I don't want them to look the same. Okay, that's fine. We want to have a section in the middle there. So for that, we'll take a polygon cube and we'll hit W and we'll move it over here. After frame, we're gonna kind of scale that out. And bring it in like that. Then we'll go over here, after frame. We'll take these and we'll hold down X to snap it. And then we'll take these and we'll hold down X and snap it up there. And that might need to come down a bit. Pretty sure it has to, yeah. And there you go. So that's what we have so far. And now what we want is doors on either side, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy and we might want to make this a bit thinner, just a little bit, yeah? We're gonna take that guy, we're gonna Control D to duplicate, we're gonna hit W to move it over to about there, I would say. And then what we want to do is have an individual door. Now for that, we'll copy this right here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll group that, we'll copy that, let's hit W, move it, jump to the top, F to frame, we're going to go to modify and center pivot, we're going to hit E to rotate, we're going to hold down J, and we need to get this guy nice and straight again. Yep. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move it. So we're going to move it over here. After frame that, have a look. Let's see how aligned it is. That looks pretty good. Yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll take this guy, Control D to duplicate, hit W and move it over here. After frame, like so. So we have that, yeah. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this whole thing, Control D to duplicate, and W to move over, and come on. W to move over, and hit after frame. And that looks to be all right. Okay, now we're not quite there yet. What we're going to do next is we are going to create a building facade. So we'll take a simple cube, we'll hit R, we'll scale it. We'll look here, and what we'll do is we'll, let me do it this way. Let me take all of this, yeah. I'll group it. I'll go to modify and center pivot, and then hit W and hold down X and snap it down here, and then raise it up like so. And then we can take this guy, bring it up to about there, and we'll insert an edge loop, and we'll do that manually, and we'll put one in here to, I would say, about there, and I'll explain in a second why, right? Okay, so let me hit 4 so I can see what's going on. Yeah, we need to move the whole thing back a little bit. There you go, and we're going to do that so we're on the center of that door, like so, yeah. And then we're going to go in here, we're going to hit 5 again, and we're going to go in here, and we're going to right click and go to face, and that's the one we want to delete. Yeah. We are then going to give this guy some thickness because we don't want to see that black behind there. Yeah. Control E, let's do 0.01, a bit more, 0.05. Should be fine, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take a polygon cylinder, and we're going to place it on top here. So we'll take another one, yeah. We're going to start to scale it up. We're going to set it to subdivision level of 30 in the attribute editor. There you go. Yeah. And then we're going to go in here, and we are going to hit W. We're going to move it after frame. Let's have a look here. Yeah. We're going to start to scale that up. That should be good, and it is. And we'll do it a bit larger than that. Yeah, like this. And then what we're going to do is we are going to hit R to scale it down, and W to raise it up. And we're going to go in here, and we're going to right click at a face, and we're going to drag select these faces and delete them. And no, I don't want to delete all of them. I just want to delete the ones on the inside. So we're going to hold down the tab key and do it that way, and then do that. There you go. Right, so that looks a lot better. We want to have some thickness here. So Control E. Let's do 0.05 once again. Yeah. So we have that. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to hit W. We're going to move it over. And we want to make sure that that's a good fit as well. Okay, so we have that. We'll take this guy, we'll go to vertex mode, and we'll raise that up. After frame, let's see how far we need to go to right. There, and you can bring that in if you want. So that's fine, and then what we need to do is duplicate that to the left and to the right. So we'll take this guy, Control D to duplicate, move it over to the end, jump in here, let's have a look. After frame, We'll push it into the end there, and then right click on the vertex and then drag select and align it like this. And then we'll take this guy and this guy, and we'll go to mesh and combine, right click vertex, drag select and bring that up like so, and we'll hit F to frame that up. And I think the easiest way to do this is just to connect them up. So let's do that. We'll hit insert edge loop again. It's set to manual, so we'll put one right there, and we'll put one right there. Make sure that they're nicely aligned. All right, so let's push that one down. There you go. We have that. We're going to go in here, we're going to right click on the face, we're going to delete that one. We're going to go in here and delete that one. Let's go back. Yeah, just that one. Yeah, come on. Yeah, there you go. We're going to go to edge. We're going to double click. We're going to shift double click. We're going to go to edit mesh and a bridge. Let's set that to linear and let's set that to 1. There you go. So we have that. And we can copy that over. So we'll take that, Control D to duplicate, and W to move over, and move it over there. Hit F to frame, not from that point of view, from this point of view, yeah. And let's go in here, and there you go. Now, what you can do next is go in here and clean things up. Make sure you got the perfect alignment and so forth, like for example right in there, because we didn't put in that end section yet, this guy. Move that over. And clean that up, yeah. But that is how you would do something like this. So yeah, hopefully you had fun doing it. Hopefully you, you make it work for whatever project you're working on. That said, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to make sure you don't miss out on future videos, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this one, hit the like button, right? Well, thanks as always, and see you guys next time. Bye.